as I talked to women in the developing world, and I would see this amazing ingenuity in them and the lengths they would go to lift their families up, I thought, my gosh, if I'm in this position, I need to use my voice on behalf of them. And that's what being a leader is. I went to an all-girls high school, and what that does for your self-esteem, I could be good at anything. I wasn't competing against boys, and so I learned to use my voice as a young woman, and that was very powerful. One of the messages we all got from my parents is we would be college going. It wasn't an option. We were going to college because college was your ticket to getting a great job and being able to sustain yourself. To get to the colleges I wanted to go to study computer science, I had to be valedictorian. I was definitely nervous. I went home in tears and saying to my mom, oh my gosh, now I have to write this speech. And then when it came time to rehearse the speech, she said, go back to your drama teacher who believed in you. And so I did, and my drama teacher was in tears over the speech. And I thought, I think I have it. So these are the words I wrote. So if you are successful, it is because somewhere, sometime, someone gave you a life or an idea that started you in the right direction. Remember also that you are indebted to life until you help some less fortunate person just as you were helped. I met with my hiring manager at IBM. She said, are you ready to accept? And I said, I have this one last company I'm going from here to interview with, and then I'll let you know. And she said, well, would you mind me asking who it is? And I said, no, it's this company, Microsoft. And she stopped me dead in my tracks, and she said, if you get a job offer from that company, you should take it. They were just so excited and passionate about what they were doing. And they so believed in what they were doing. And I saw the difference good software can make, and I was excited about being part of that change. Several months later, he said, I was thinking maybe we could go out if you give me your phone number, 2 weeks from tonight. And I said to him, 2 weeks from tonight? I said, I have no idea what I'm doing 2 weeks from tonight. And I said, you aren't spontaneous enough for me. And so it was really sweet. He called me about an hour later and he said, is this spontaneous enough for you? And I said, okay, well, that's pretty spontaneous. I guess we can try. Late in the dating stages, we talked about the wealth, and it was our first trip to Africa. And it was at the end of that trip on a beach walk that we said, absolutely, the vast majority of these resources will go back to society. We just committed to it. It was just a natural, easy decision for us. My children were getting just a little bit older, and I kept thinking, if I'm telling my girls at home, especially my oldest daughter, that she should step out as a woman and use her voice in the world, I thought, am I role modeling that for her? We have a moral imperative to lift up everybody in the world, but we haven't really done a lot of big things for women. And yet, if you get the other half of society working, there's this unbelievable opportunity. So you lift a woman up and she lifts up her whole family, and that lifts up a community. I learned that there were 220 million women that want access to contraceptives, and the women were so vociferous. They would say to me, I can't have another child. I have 3. If I have another one, I can't feed that child. And we weren't giving them access because of things that had happened in the family planning community and because of the controversy, particularly in the United States. I'm a practicing Catholic, and I'm also very outspoken about the fact that I use contraceptives. With the Catholic Church, we share a really close mission around the poor. So with the church, I focus on our common mission. In the last 15 years, we've made huge progress as a world. We've really brought down poverty. We've cut it in half. We've almost cut maternal mortality in half. I want to see us half those numbers yet again in the next 15 years. I want to be remembered for lifting up women and girls. I want us to know that not just one life has breathed easier, but I want to know that millions of women's lives have been breathed easier and that their families have done better. When you get to the point where women are lifting themselves up, then you know you've gotten there, and I want to be part of that.